Shalom, shalom, Israel. It's your brother Hezekiah back at it with another Exhortation Motivation, Volume 33. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory and praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's the Most High God of Israel and His only begotten Son, who the world calls Jesus Christ. I want to give a mighty shalom and shout out and double honors to all the elders from the house of David. I want to give a mighty shalom and shout out to all the brothers preaching His gospel, pushing His truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And I want to give another mighty shalom, a shout out to the women and children that's praying, fasting, giving alms, keeping the commandments and the faith of the Black Messiah, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Right, we're just going to jump right into it. I got a kind of a lot to cover, but we're going to make it happen through the Spirit. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. So you understand, wisdom and knowledge, that's going to be the way that we stay enduring in this truth, the way we stay sound in the faith of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. Wisdom and knowledge is how we're going to be strengthened in these last days. Wisdom and knowledge is going to be the reason why we're going to be secured, we're going to be safe, right? We're going to be able to endure, persevere in these last days. Wisdom is the performance of the law. Knowledge is knowing the law, but other things, geopolitics, information about health, information about economics, information about bettering yourself and others around you, information about mental health. You understand? Read it on. And strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. So you have to understand that fearing the Lord is going to grant you salvation and a strength in that. Fearing the Lord's judgments, applying the knowledge, being wise is having fear of the Most High God. And that's going to be your treasure, man. You understand? It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And in context, Christ's disciples asked him, when are you coming back? How will we know? What's the signs of the time? Matthew 24 and 6, that's what he said. He shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So we're going to deal with wars, rumors of peace talk, and we're going to deal with some pestilence that's going on in the world today. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, in the GNT. We're going to read verse 2. Now, we're going to read from the top. He answered, consider all these things very carefully. When you see that some of the signs I have told you about have appeared, you will know that the time has come when God Most High will bring judgment on the world he has created. There will be earthquakes. There's been massive earthquakes this past week. Just this year alone, it has probably been over 30 to 50 earthquakes already. National rebellions. There's so many protests and riots going on throughout the world. International intrigues. You're probably wondering what does it mean when it says international intrigues? Let's get the definition. So, international intrigues refers to complex, often secretive, and sometimes manipulative Salakia actions or plots that take place between countries or involve international actors. These intrigues may involve political, economic, and diplomatic schemes where various parties seek to gain power, influence, or advantage on a global stage. Right? Don't that sound like America and Elon Musk and the Trump administration right now? I said Biden. I meant Trump. Trump and Elon Musk and his administration. Don't that sound like Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel trying to exterminate and push out the Arabs and start a greater Israel where they dominate all the resources and all the trade routes? Read it on. They can involve espionage, covert operations, alliances, betrayals, or other strategic maneuvers that aren't always transparent and might involve hidden agendas. Slovakia. In essence, international intrigues often have a sense of mystery or secrecy and can involve actions like diplomatic negotiations behind closed doors, intelligence gathering, or even plotting to destabilize another country's government or economy for strategic purposes. This definition just defines America and little America, Israel right now. And then you got countries such as Russia and China, what are BRICS in total, right? Trying to defend this thing, you know? Then you got NATO and EU and all countries as part of this international intrigue complex. You understand? Back to second Edges 9, we're in the GNT. Right? There will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders like your boy Zelensky, and confused rulers. It's a lot of those, man. Don't know if they want to fight against Russia or hold peace. They don't know if they want to deal with U.S. and not get taxed with high tariffs, or they want to go against the U.S. and get taxed with tariffs, man. Read it on. When you see these things happening, you will know that they are what God Most High has spoken about since the beginning of creation. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety. You understand? That's what Trump is pushing right now. Peace with the Ukraine and the Russia war. Peace between Russia and European Union, NATO. Then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Yeah, they might be pushing peace negotiations, but at the end of the day, the Lord is a man of war, and judgment and death and destruction and fire and brimstone and nuclear fallout will happen. It's going to happen because the Lord put the spirit on these kings to gather for war, to battle. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, the old serpent called the devil and Satan, who's more of a dragon, who's more of a serpent and devil and Satan as the so-called white man. Everybody know in the world that the so-called white man, the Caucasians, right, is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Right? With their chief father, Satan, acting as a serpent and being a damn dragon, right? Destructive. Read it on, which deceiveth the whole world. You understand? They deceive the whole world. by lying and being untruthful. And we're going to show that. Reading on, he was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. That's the end of Esau and the beginning of Jacob. That's the end of Satan's rule, which his children, the so-called white man Esau, with his fellows, the Arabs, right, and the Asians, they're gonna be cast out. All right, with his angels, his allies. And when that's done, when that happens, the Israelites will be in rulership. Let's get into the first topic. Measles outbreak expands to 9 states. Right? Then Yahushua say pestilence is going to happen in these last days. Let's read a little bit. The United States is grappling with a growing measles outbreak, with 9 states reporting confirmed cases, according to multiple mainstream news outlets. The resurgence of this highly contagious, vaccine-preventable disease has alarmed public health officials. We're going to deal with this lie right here. This vaccine-preventable disease. Right? Then we just read in the scriptures, Revelation 12, verse 9, that this serpent, this devil, Satan's children, is going to be lying, deceiving the world. Right? We just proved it right here, and I'm gonna prove it to you. Has alarmed public health officials who point to declining vaccination rates and increased travel as key factors driving the spread. So basically, they're saying how the measles outbreak is spreading is because nobody's getting vaccinated and people are traveling more. Reading on that outbreak, which has already claimed at least 1 life this year, underscores the persistent challenge of maintaining herd immunity in the face of risking vaccine hesitancy. Let's read this. CNN and the New York Times reported that the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, documented at least 164 measles cases across 9 states in 2025. These states include Alaska, California, Georgia, Kentucky, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Rhode Island, and Texas. So my brothers and sisters that live in these states, please have the wisdom and knowledge, right, and the discretion to be safe out there. Have good hygiene, and most importantly, visit the physician. The Lord made the physician. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're taking your vitamins, you eating healthy, right? Your hygiene is up, you're washing your hands, you're taking your showers daily. You understand? You're quarantining from the sick, or staying away from the sick. You understand? And pray to the Most High that He will be your shield, your strength, your fortress, your high tower against these so-called diseases. You understand? No weapon formed against you shall prosper. We're not gonna let no damn measles outbreak destroy us or unalive us. You understand? Check this out. Look at this. Hold on. Let's read this first. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Measles outbreak is called to action for all of us. The MMR vaccine is crucial to avoid a potentially deadly disease. So this devil, Satan's child, RFK Jr., said we all need to take vaccines so we won't catch the measles. All right, let's see something. Let's see something. Check this out, family. Make sure it's up. Okay, let's get it.
public health authorities should take credit for the decline in measles deaths in America. They should, but they should take credit in the following way. Between the year 1900, this is all on the CDC website, what I'm about to tell you, and the year 1960, 61, 62, the years before the first measles vaccine in America, 1963, the mortality rate for measles declined by over 98%. Yes, by over 98%. That is, you can just go pull up the mortality data on the CDC website. This is uncontroversial. It's just data, what I just said. Some people get emotional about it, but it's just data, what I just said.
Why would they get emotional?
Well, for the reasons we just discussed. That decline had nothing to do with vaccines. You know how I know?
The decline of the measles outbreak and mortality rate had nothing to do with the vaccine. Nothing to do with it.
There was no measles vaccine. That's how I know.
What caused that decline?
I think that in part it's the public health health authorities should take a lot of credit for that.
Nutrition, sanitation.
Better sanitation, clean water, getting sewage running out of the streets. Right. All of these things, initiatives to make sure that there's natural light. Like, remember all the tenement buildings?
Yes.
All these initiatives, even basic things like quarantine. Oh, if you're sick, not the kind of forced kind of stay at home stuff that we're talking about. Just if you're sick, hey, maybe you should stay at home in bed kind of stuff. And so that decline, over 98%. You know how many people died in the few years, on average a year before there was the first measles vaccine in 1963, when pockets of this country were still like the developed world? Around 400 Americans a year died. That's 1 in 500,000 Americans died of measles in the years before they were vaccinated. Every death's a tragedy. And measles can still kill people just like any virus can in parts of the world that are really underdeveloped. Any virus can kill children, adults. And there were still pockets of America in the early 60s that were like that. But that declining rate of mortality, it was a trajectory that was ongoing, even when the measles vaccine was introduced in 63. So those 400 deaths, which have now gone down, how much of that is attributable to measles vaccine? How much of it is to the continued efforts of public health agencies, right? That could be debated forever. We don't need to. But the important point is this. Long way to answer your question is this. When you listen to public health authorities today, they will say to you, measles is what caused the decline. Measles vaccine is what caused the decline in mortality. They never talk about those other things that they did.
See that? Oh, let me show you the chart real quick before we move on. So he just explained everything. Look at this chart, y'all. Look at this chart. No one was affected by measles through death or had a real case of measles where you're really sick that they needed the vaccine. The vaccine was introduced when nobody was dying. Many years. It came around the scene. They introduced this vaccine. 63. Now I'm led to believe that the vaccine is the reason why you have the measles. Let's move on. All right, here we go. Shout out to Christy Tallman. Bird flu scam. Gates funded virus plus fake shortage equals food control. All right, let's get into these videos, and matter of fact, let's read. We're gonna read real quick. Then we're gonna get into the videos. They're running the same pandemic playbook again. But this time they're coming for your food supply. Damn. Here's the proof. All right, video 1 is going to show Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation funded research to create an airborne bird flu strain with a 60% fatality rate. I'm just going to I'm not even gonna read all of them. I'm just gonna read the key points. 2023, Salakia. The U.S. quietly lifted restrictions on dangerous gain-of-function bird flu experiments. 2019, Science magazine reported that bird flu gain-of-function experiments were resuming, despite previous concerns they could spark a global pandemic. Video 2, Mexico is just over the border. Birds migrate back and forth constantly, yet Mexico has no egg shortage, no mass poultry deaths, and no bird flu crisis. But America does? Question mark. Video 3, a chicken farmer just exposed the lie. Birds and mega facilities are dying from neglect, not a virus. This isn't about public health. It's about control. They fund the virus, create the crisis, wipe out food supply, and push the lab-grown solutions. First, eggs and poultry. What's next? All right. Let's get into these videos.
The first severe human case of bird flu in the U.S. with a concerning mutation, says the CDC.
Concerning new CDC report on the first severe human case of bird flu in the U.S. Samples taken from a patient in Louisiana show mutations that could make it easier for this virus to spread from person to person.
But where could these mutations be coming from? Well, I dug up this Science magazine article from 2019, and they were reporting that controversial experiments that could make bird flu more risky were poised to resume. Quote, controversial lab studies that modified bird flu viruses in ways that could make them more risky to humans will soon resume after being on hold for more than 4 years. Science Insider has learned that last year, a U.S. government review panel quietly approved experiments proposed by 2 labs that were previously considered so dangerous that federal officials had imposed an unusual top-down moratorium on such research. And one of the labs that got greenlit was led by a guy named Ron Faucier at Erasmus University Medical Center. Well, guess what I found? The Erasmus Medical Center partners with the Eco Health Alliance, a virus hunting project that worked closely with the Wuhan Institute of Virology. And nothing went wrong there, am I right? And Ron Faucier, this guy right here, in 2011, he garnered worldwide notoriety when he generated an airborne strain of an avian flu with an estimated 60% fatality rate. And guess who funded that study? The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. But don't worry too much about that. We got vaccines on the way. And guess who's funding that? Yeah, also the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Does anybody else see something wrong with this?
All right. I do. All right, let's get to the video 2.
All I see Americans talking about these days is the price of eggs. So let's see what the price of eggs is in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. If you've never seen me before, my name's Meredith. I'm exploring life outside the United States. I'm a widowed mom spending 6 months in Playa del Carmen, Mexico with my 7-year-old son.
The eggs around where I live, our part of town, 18 cases, damn near $10. Yeah.
Made it to the eggs. You're probably going to be pissed. You may want to scroll away. You're going to be real pissed, guys. Eggs on eggs on eggs on eggs. Okay, so for a dozen pasteurized eggs, that works out to $2 American. These ones right here, definitely some sort of organic eggs, and that's less than $3. And those are just the pasteurized eggs. Wait till you see the rest of the eggs. Most eggs in Mexico actually are shelf stable. They haven't been washed. This is a flat of 30 and it's 86 pesos. I'll do the exact conversion on the screen, but that's about $4 for 2.5 dozen eggs. So tell me, where are you from and what are your egg prices like this week?
Madness. We living in mystery Babylon. And we got this, and we got the power, the ability, the spirit, the light given by the Most High to reveal.
I'm a chicken farmer.
Secrets.
I'm a chicken farmer.
To reveal the mystery. To reveal the mysteries. To bring out this truth. To let you know you living in hell. Black man, Spanish man, First Nation man, woman, and family.
I'm a chicken farmer, and they are bullshitting you about the reasons why your eggs are so expensive. Listen, when you consider the fact that we consume over 9 billion chickens a year, and just in meat alone, there's over in 2023 we had 382 million egg laying hens in this country alone, and so far we've only lost 300 million birds worldwide. It doesn't make sense. They say the same shit every year. I know it because I'm a chicken farmer. I see the same alerts. And I see the same opportunity to check up prices, and yet I choose not to. Listen, when you look at these large facilities, a lot of these birds aren't dying of bird flu. They are dying of neglect. They don't give the vegan vitamins, oregano, all the supplements they are supposed to be getting. They're getting in these mega facilities, and these birds are dying of disease and neglect. And every time a bird dies, they say bird flu. I'm telling you, they're bullshitting you. I'm a chicken farmer, and they are.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Look at this damn devil. The damn dragon. Check this meme. How strange, quote unquote, bird flu never affects seagulls, eagles, robins, finch, hawks, dove, cockatoos, owls, just the food chain birds? Let's move on to the next subject. Here we go. Let's get into the wars and rumors of wars. All right. Trump Zelensky clash splits Europe's far right. Trump's heated argument with Zelensky over the Ukraine war is causing division among Europe's far right leaders. Hungary's Victor, Germany's Tito, and Italy's Matteo support Trump's plan, which could force Ukraine to give up land to Russia. Others, like Italy's Georgia, Britain's Nigel, and France's Marine, are more cautious, worried about weakening Europe's defense against Russia. This disagreement shows that Europe's far-right leaders are not as united as they seem. And we want to give all honor and glory and praise to Yahweh for that. You know? Right? If you got Twitter, man, and you're not following me, man, you're out the spirit. Right? I don't know what you're doing. All right? Anyways, check this out. Breaks news just in. President Trump halts all current military aid to Ukraine. No more weapons for you, Zelensky. You're going to have to push. You're going to have to bid for a peace agreement, ceasefire, no more war, come up with a deal and a negotiation to be at peace with the so-called Russians, man. Even Germany, RT News. Germany reached the limit of its capacity to provide weapons to Kyiv for its arsenal. You understand? No more weapons for Ukraine. They're running out, or they just don't want to deal with this war no more. They want peace. You understand? Because, you know, if Russia take over the whole Ukraine, all those resources that they got, Ukraine, Russia is really going to be a superpower. You understand? Trump is not a stupid man. You understand? Check this out. Oh, Salakia. More breaks news. Elon Musk supports the idea of the United States leaving NATO in the European Union, sources says. So if the United States leaves NATO, that is perfect. That's the Most High working. That's the Most High really letting his prophecies come to pass. You understand? Let's read it. Let's read it. What I'm talking about. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 16. This whole chapter is talking about the great whore, which is Mystery Babylon, which is today we call America. Revelation 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns. What is the 10 horns? The 10 horns is the European nation, NATO, along with NATO, which you saw us upon the beast. These shall hate the whore, right? NATO. Some of the European nations, that's definitely in NATO, is going to hate America for some odd reason. Is because maybe warmongering, the resource robbery and stealing. We don't know, but it's looking like both, and other reasons why, that the Lord hasn't revealed yet. Read it on. And shall make her desolate and naked. How you gonna make America desolate and naked? By fire and brimstone, nuclear capabilities, nuclear bombs and missiles. And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's complete destruction. Complete destruction. Right? Verse 17. For God had put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God shall be fulfilled. You understand? Check this part out. So the 10 whores in America, they agree right now. But what did Elon Musk just said? What the United States, Salakia, what the United States probably believe? They probably believe they need to leave NATO and European Union, because they causing a lot of division and confusion, So they agree right now. They together, They work together. You know what I'm saying? They have deals. They have camaraderie. They have an alliance, right? And give their kingdom unto the beast, right? NATO and European Union, they under the power of America. You know what I'm saying? They're under America. And guess what? They about to break off. And guess what? That's what the Most High wants, until the words of God should be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is working his angels. Let's move on. Well, as America and Ukraine and Russia, they want peace, but guess who wants war? China warns that it is ready for war with America. In a striking escalation of rhetoric, China has declared itself ready for war with the United States, a statement that has reverberated across the globe as tensions between the two superpowers reach new heights. This bold assertion, reported by multiple mainstream news outlets in early March 2025, comes amid a backdrop of trade disputes, military posturing, and geopolitical friction. And that's going to be some of the same reasons NATO turns their back on America. This article examines the context, implications, and reactions to China's provocative stance, drawing from sources such as Reuters, New York Times, Washington Post, and the BBC. Let me see if I find something that I need to bring out that's important. According to the New York Times, Lin stated, right, this is the Chinese foreign minister, if the United States persists in waging a tariff war, a trade war, or any kind of war, the Chinese side will fight them to the bitter end. All praises. Let's get more. Not just China, but guess what? RT News. Russia and Iran's partner aims to resolve the issue of Iran's nuclear program through political and diplomatic means and anticipates further discussions with the U.S. on the matter. Right? So you got Iran. They're gonna beef with the United States and Israel until the kingdom come. Right. And I also wanted to mention that there are there's still strong Salakia military aid and providers and advocates for Russia for Ukraine. But that's all gonna end soon. But keep an eye on United Kingdom, Poland, and the Baltic states like Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. So the United Kingdom, Poland, and the Baltic states, they want the smoke with Russia and France. Watch them. They're gonna be the reason why NATO turns on America. All right. Let's go back to Iran. Iran want war. China's with the war. They with the smoke. Right. Got a quick video to explain. Let's read the title. Iran's big nuke warning after Israel's war talk. Doomsday if you dare to hit our or something. Salakia. Right? Israel has warned of possible military action against Iran's nuclear program. That's it. Escalating tensions. Iran slammed the threats as outrageous, bound to strengthen its defense. With direct attacks exchanged last year and U.S. backing Israel, I'm going to read it again. U.S. backing Israel. U.S., United States backing Israel is a full-scale conflict looming. So if Iran decides to move on Israel, United States has no choice but to enter into that war. Right? Peace and safety. But guess what? Destruction shall come. Fair use. Fair use. All right. Fair use. I'm gonna have to read it. Israel unleashes fury on Iran, vows to crush nuclear sites. Outrageous and irrational. Iran slams Israel's military threats. Israel has once again raised the specter of military action against Iran's nuclear program. They scared. Foreign Minister Gideon Saar warned that Israel may have no choice but to strike Iran. I think that in order to stop a nuclear Iranian program before it will be weaponized, a reliable military option should be on the table. Israel foreign minister says. In an interview with Politico, Saar claimed Tehran has enriched enough uranium for bombs. He insisted that a reliable military option must be considered to halt Iran's progress. So it looked like it's inevitable. It looked like another war is about to start. All praises to the Most High. When they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction from Israel and Iran and China, which means Russia got to come in, right? Which means it's going to be a World War III, y'all. Iran fired back, calling Israel's threats outrageous and irrational. Yeah, you're bugging. You're bugging, Nahu. Foreign Minister spokesperson Ismail accused Israel of fueling regional instability. He said Israel constantly threatens Iran, while West criticizes Tehran's defense measures. The West is, America and its allies. In a region plagued by an occupying force, defense is not a choice. It is essential, he said. Tensions have been rising between the two sworn enemies, with threats exchanged for years. Last year, Israel and Iran launched direct attacks on each other amid the Gaza war.
Over the last 16 months, Israel has dealt a mighty blow to Iran's terror axis. Under the strong leadership of President Trump and with your unflinching support, I have no doubt that we can and will finish the job.
Meanwhile, the U.S. President Donald Trump has revived his aggressive stance on Iran. Since returning to office, he has reimposed sweeping sanctions on Tehran. As tensions escalate, the possibility of a full-scale conflict looms over the region. Yep, it's going down. Let's get to the next subject. Let's reveal. Let's discover some of United States sins, their abominable works. Former CIA agent speaking about how children are being kidnapped in the United States to sell into sex slavery.
Kidnapped and in some cases bred by families as a cash crop. Kidnapped and in some cases bred by families as a cash kidnapped and in some cases bred by families as a cash crop. We have people in the United States of America that breed children in order to sell them. And when they are sold, they come without birth certificates, which means it's easier to kill them and have no one ask where they are. We're also importing children by the plane load. Again, children who have no documentation. It's not just child slavery or child sex abuse. It's also child torture, because you have adrenalized blood. You have the whole blood drinking ceremony of the satanic world. It's also the use of children for harvesting body organs. And then you have ritual ceremonies and ritual murder, as well as incidental murder. Most organizations that end up being used to prey on children, Oxfam is a recent example, all of the United Nations organizations, the Boy Scouts of America, all of the child services agencies across the United States of America, they did not start out as organizations to prey on children, but they attract pedophiles. And ultimately, pedophiles end up rising in the ranks and controlling those organizations, so that an organization that initially started out in the service of children becomes an organization that is in.
Yeah, so you see that. How wicked is America? How wicked is the people living in America? All right, now let's get to the Esau of the week. Edom of the week. A group of racists broke into a black family's apartment, ransacking their home in a cowardly attempt to intimidate them into leaving their neighborhood. For them, eviction isn't about legal notices. It's about terror and destruction. That's what the white man has been about since he's been on the face of this earth, since Cain. Right? Terror and destruction. Cain, Esau, Enoch, right? Doeg. Who else? Alexander the Freak, Antiochus Epiphanes, Nero, Titus and Vespasian. It goes on and on. I could really keep, it's a whole long list of so-called white people, the Edomites. That's just about terror and destruction and death. Check, look what they did. Look what these Edomites, cave dwellers did. You got 24 hours, Negroes, with an ERS. We got more Esau of the day. This is Karen of the day, Karen of the week. Check this out, y'all.
So back in my home state of Ohio, some Republicans were very upset that Mexicans were working at the Mexican restaurant they went to. So they decided to leave this message on the receipt. The tip says 0, you suck, wrote out the total, and I hope Trump deports you. They then scribbled out their name at the bottom, thinking they covered their ass. Unfortunately, there's more than one copy of the receipt, and your name's on that copy as well. So I just like everyone in Ohio to get to know Stephanie Levin's face. Just in case you see her around, you know what kind of person she is. She is a real estate agent for Century 21. Oh, I'm sorry. She was a real estate agent for Century 21. Someone got in contact with them. They said, "Hi, thank you for bringing this to our attention. The Century 21 brand does not condone acts of discrimination. It's taking this situation seriously. We have looked into it, and the agent in question is no longer affiliated with the brand." And when you click on any of her links that link her to Century 21, that page is not found. They have already taken her down. And I respect how fucking quick this happened.
See that? Even your white real estate agent can hate you. It's madness. All right, let's deal with Israelite excellence. Israelite excellence section. Or segment, Salakia, should I say that? Segment. You know, I got to bring this out. All praise to the Most High. That's my favorite segment, to be honest. Yeah, I like talking about the war. Yeah, I like talking about how Esau is real crafty, letting y'all know these things, but this is my favorite part. Israelite excellence. 17-year-old Dorothy Jean Tillman earns her doctorate. All praises. All praises to the Most High. That's how you know the Most High is dealing with us on a very special, peculiar way, man. All the knowledge he's given to Israel, all the knowledge he's given to Jacob, that's what it says in the book of Baruch, which was Jeremiah's scribe. You understand? Shout out to all the so-called black women, the Judites out there, the Benjamites, the Levites, right? Even Northern Kingdom out there, the Ephraimites, so-called Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans, whatnot, all 12 tribes. Shout out to all those women that's going to school, that's working, that are proud, loving mothers, right? Being successful through morally, through righteous acts, instead of being on OnlyFans, instead of stripping in the strip club, instead of being porn stars, you know what I mean? Or stripper rappers, or selling a soul, selling a body just to succeed in life, right? Repent, you 304s, right? And become a righteous daughter of Zion, right? All praise to the Most High. Let's deal with the health segment. Why fruits are necessary. All praise to the Most High. You got bananas, it boosts energy. Oranges protect skin and vision. Apples help resist infection. Mangoes prevent cancers. Pineapples fight arthritis. Watermelon controls heart rate. Salakia. Strawberries fight cancer and aging. Grapes relax blood vessels. Right? Cherries calm nervous system. And kiwis increases bone mass. Right? All praise to the Most High. All right. And with that, I just want to end it with a scripture. All right. It's the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 27. Gather those together that are scattered from us. Deliver them that serve among the heathen. Look upon them that are despised and abhorred. And let the heathen know that you are our God. So we want to pray to the Most High to gather the 12 tribes together like he did at the beginning. Inherit us the land like he did back in Joshua's time. And set us up in rulership and have peace just like in Solomon's time. We asking the Most High to deliver us from all the lands of our captivity, from the heathen, from the nasty so-called white men, from the nasty stinking Ishmaels and East Indians, and deliver us from those hating ass proud Asians and all the other nations that come against us, right? Look upon them. Who's the them? Us. That are despised and abhorred. We are despised and abhorred in America, in Africa, in Europe, in China, and in the Middle East, quote unquote. And let the heathen know that you are our power. You understand? Make us famous throughout the world. God, please. Verse 28. Punish them that oppress us and with pride do us wrong. Right? And with that, I want to give all honor and glory and praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. And I want to give a quick Salakia. I want to give a quick I want to show you something. I'm going to give you a quick announcement real quick. Salakia, I got a lot going on right now. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let me get this quick announcement real quick through the spirit. All right. Please, Israel, please participate in this nationwide fast, which was orchestrated by the brothers from Watchmen for Israel through the power and ability and spirit by the Most High God and the Son, right? Calling Yasharallah for a nationwide fast on Sunday, March 9th at sundown. You understand? Let us come together with prayer, with supplication to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for forgiveness, mercy, purity, and the fall of our enemies. You understand? See all these camps that's participating. You know, let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's humble ourselves and call upon the Most High in these last days because we need Him. You understand? Let's pray for each other. Let's pray for ourselves. Let's cast away these bands of wickedness. Let's pray for our brothers that's struggling with their sins. You understand? And we need to pray that we find the spirit to love each other more. You understand? Right? And have mercy and just be there for each other, no matter what camp, what doctrine you got. Like, come on. Like, I don't want to delve into that, but I'm mind my business. I'm a mind Zion's elite business. I'm gonna do my father's business, and we gonna do what we gotta do to get the hell out of America, because we only got one true enemies. All right. And with that, I say, Kwame Sharala, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Baruch Atam. Shalom.